Okay, so like I said before, I'll say it again. Definitely no intros or outros for this one. Actually, real short ones. So if any of you guys truly care about my stuff, you truly care about my things, like, share, hit the bell notification, leave a comment on my Twitter and Instagram. And if you truly give a rat's for good stuff and the rats, bunny rabbit's lucky if you subscribe as always. As anybody, just in case any of you guys, my old school subscribers, the algorithm, unfortunately, YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to, please come back to me. Great, my digital family came back to me. For my old school fans, my fanatics, my peoples, my supporters, my watchers, my watchmen, women on the wall, watchmen, guys on the walls, everyone else in between, my fanatics, my hardcore followers, people that were grinding me in a day freaking one. Someone's grinding this channel. It'd be great if you come back to me. It'd be awesome. If not, I get it. You guys are just brand new here, you happen to stumble upon a channel, it'd be great if you come along, tag along, please. Just come on me on this journey adventure with me. It'd be really, really cool if you did. Appreciate the living hell out of it if you did. Possibly forever question mark, and this is a one-on-one thing. You're never gonna ever see me again though. You either leave the video at 2x speed or just play me in the background. Totally get it, it's totally understandable, it's totally water in the bridge, it's all good in the hood, it's all classy, it's all flashy, it's all gravy. Totally get it. 70, 90 million billion people who could watch besides me. Totally content. I'm peaceful and I'm tranquil with that. Anyways, like I said before, I'll say it again. Like 2 weeks ago, like I did, or 1 week, it depends. Kommo. This is the same ones I did before. Why 99% did not survive. Real life Pokemon. NATGEO Wild. This one I've been enjoying the hell out of this series. I know this was from like 2 weeks ago, but I still want to react to it. And there was a newer one that was almost 1 week ago. Before it was like 6 days ago. Now it's older, 7.5 days old. There's one about Lucario, and there's an real older one. I never knew they did it, but it was one about Metagross. I know some people call it Metagross. Other people call it Metagross. It's the Gen 3 Legendary, bigger one that's way more strong than Alakazam was at that time, because I think I was 13 when it came out in Japan, but I was 14 when it came out in the United States. So 4 months before I hit my mid-teens. My God. I'm not going to say one of the most stressful times during middle school or high school in my life, but my God. Sometimes there's just days I just wanted to give up and just throw away everything and not be on this earth anymore. They say the S word I can't say on YouTube. Just end everything. And thank God I never fucking did that. Other than that, as those asshole bully motherfuckers, I just wish they were not around. I'm just saying. Other than that, this is before the whole cyberbullying shit started happening, like freshman, sophomore year. Like, not for me personally, because of the whole MySpace thing and Tiny Chat URL and those old school stuff like DeviantArt, Newgrounds, and Reddit 4chan started becoming a big, huge thing. Actually, my sophomore, junior year of high school, my God, that place was successful for a lot of crazy fools out there back then. Actually, 4chan started getting way crazier by that point. You know, I never really ran on 4chan that much when I was in high school. My God, I knew crazy motherfuckers used to get on there, and they were really fucked up in the head, way worse than I would have been. Other than that, it was like 19, 20 years ago almost, but, well, actually, no, it was 18 years. Like, this is June, it'll be 18 years ago. Whew. But yeah, there's this one, the Lucario one, like I said, Metagross. I always called it Metagross over Metagross. And then the Mega Metagross, the price show. And like I said before, I'll say it again and again. I know I'm repeating, regurgitating my fucking sub, but I had to say it. The last one I did, the reaction review segment for was, what's it called, the Mortal Kombat 2 thing. I still want to react to that Cell one, the thing that's going to be a Dragon Dead battle. Probably do it maybe when it's daytime, who knows? Or it might be a night Cell. I got 5, maybe 6 different news articles I'm going to share with you. Not all of them, because 2 of them are going to be real shorts about movie stuff. One might be lightly, God forbid, political, because one of them might be the Orange Man, Mr. Trump's friend or whatever. He got in like a car accident, but he survived. Yeah. And other stuff about actor portrayal news, so too. And a little bit of video game industry news. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Enough BSing, being around the bush. Let's jump in this ration head freaking first. Let's jump in. It's at 1.20 seconds, so see how cool they make this animation. Or real crappy AI stuff. So
in the mist-covered karst valleys of Alola, survival is never certain.
I might pause it a few times too. It depends. All right. I don't know why the fucking closed captions are always on. Right,
of the young Kommo-O that hatch each season,
right,
only a fraction will live long enough to evolve. For these small dragons, transformation into a more developed form is not a milestone. It is a...
Alright. I don't like how they did the eyeball thing. The eyeball thing kind of looks crappy, man. But the rest of its body structure was good. real super fast story, I swear to God. I'm not trying to pause it too much, but I remember when Sunny Moon came out a couple of years ago, like, it was like 9-10 years ago, so it's 2016, 17. 8.5 or 9.5 years ago for Ultra Moon, like 10 years ago for original Sun Moon. I tried to find a shiny J-Moon, but it was way too fucking hard, so I just did the whole SOS chain. So I went for the second evolution stuff for Hawkmo. And then this dude on Wonder Trade, he wanted me to get, like, I think he wanted me to, like, shade my shiny, like, Kommo. I evolved into Hawkmo and the Kommo-Os. I think it was either shiny Lugia or, like, a shiny Darkrai. I think that was fucking hacked or whatever, but I gave it away. And I decided to shiny hunt it again. I got it way later on. That was when Sword and Shield thing came out a couple years afterwards. So
test of endurance that most will fail. A young Kommo-O stands roughly 2 feet tall.
God,
its body is covered in scales, but these scales are thin and soft compared to what they will eventually become. The armor plating on its head is incomplete. Its limbs are short, its movements unsteady. This is not a finished Pokemon. It is still developing, and in that state, it is vulnerable. Kommo-O inhabit the steep slopes between towering limestone pillars where dense forest meets sheer rock face. Predators such as Talonflame circle above the canopy, their shadows passing over the forest floor as they search for isolated individuals. A Kommo-O caught on exposed rock has little chance of escape. But predation is not the only danger. The terrain itself is unforgiving. Loose stones give way without warning. Heavy rains turn slopes into mudslides. A fall from even a moderate height can shatter developing bones.
They still keep messing up the thing, the tail in the background, because he didn't have his little golden piece on the tip of his tail in the other part. They keep screwing up in that part. I don't know what it is with the AI thing. They do not know how to do good stuff when it comes to watering animation. I don't know what it is. Water-like sort of nature screws everything up. I swear to God, I'm not crying, I'm just sweating a bunch. Honestly. It's so weird, man. They kind of made its feet a little bit different, too. That's not what the real one looks like. It's got, like, what, 4 different toes? Not 3? Just saying. I'm not into Pokemon anatomy stuff. I'm just saying. It could have been better. I'm just saying.
Follows injury quickly in the humid air. To survive, Kommo-O must train. This process is not optional. They strike their own heads and bodies against exposed stone repeatedly, conditioning the scales and bones beneath. The sound carries through the valleys, a steady, rhythmic impact. But this training comes at a cost. Scales crack, skin splits, exhaustion sets in. Some Kommo-O injure themselves too severely and cannot recover. Others become too weakened to forage or defend themselves. The line between strengthening and self-destruction is narrow. Many do not make it. Malnutrition, infection, predation, and injury thin their numbers steadily. There is no intervention. The weak are removed. The slow are caught. The unlucky simply disappear. This is not cruelty. It is function. The environment does not adjust itself to accommodate the underdeveloped. Of the many Kommo-O that begin this process, only a small number will endure long enough to reach the next stage. Those individuals will undergo a physical transformation, becoming larger, stronger, and...
Let's see what it says real quick. Thickened cranial bone, reinforced spinal column, healed impact ridges, healed impact zones, internal armor plated. That's funny because the Pokemon thing, that doesn't even say nothing about Pokemon anatomy stuff. That's kind of like, I guess, a secret Game Freak wants to keep. I don't know. This was because obviously the main target is supposed to be kids and teenagers, not grown-ass adults, unless you grew up with it like I did, like older boomer millennials, like how I fucking did back in the day. Unless you dropped it after the second or third generation, man, get it, understand it. There's thousands of millions and billions of other fucking goddamn video game like franchises that are out there you could be playing besides Pokemon. I totally get that. For me, I always had a really big passion for that show. That's why I didn't drop it. I kept playing it all the way till Gen 9. And now I know those are going to be a Gen 10. I didn't watch the video yet, but I will do reaction there. It doesn't come out by Saturday, probably Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday next week. More than likely, it's going to be March.
Heavily armored.
Let's keep going.
What emerges is the product of relentless conditioning.
It's going to get fatter.
A Kommo-O Pugnax, the Iron Fist. A Kommo-O stands nearly 4 feet tall. its scales have hardened and thickened considerably.
Oh, it's Kommo.
Additional armor
Kommo.
plating now covers its arms and neck. The soft, incomplete body of a Mo has been replaced by something more durable.
Yep.
This is the result of months, sometimes years, of constant training. But survival has not become easier. It has only changed form. Kommo-O are solitary by necessity, not preference. Their training regimen intensifies. They strike harder surfaces for longer periods, often until their scales chip or fracture. The sound is sharper now, louder. They seek out other Kommo-O to spar with, not for sport, but to test their defenses under real combat conditions. These encounters are violent. Broken bones occur. Severe lacerations are common. Some Kommo-O are injured badly enough that they cannot continue. There is no medical intervention in the wild. The armor they have developed offers protection, but it also demands constant maintenance. Damaged scales must regrow. Fractures must heal. This requires significant energy that must come from foraging. But Kommo-O do not sit at the top of the hierarchy. Larger species such as Pangoro occupy the upper slopes.
Your inspiration.
Quick, I'm back again. Before we keep going, and just make Pangoro like a regular, like freaking panda bear thing. The only difference is not cute and adorable, because I know they did that in 2019, like 7 or 7.5 years ago, and did Detective Pikachu. Pangoro looked even like way a billion times better looking. But then again, these people don't got no Hollywood budget shit. Like, they're not making billions and trillions of dollars off this thing like that movie did, fortunately. So let's keep going.
Kommo-O must forage in the contested middle elevations, where competition is fierce and resources are limited. A foraging injury, combined with existing training damage, can be fatal. The mortality rate remains high. Infection, starvation, predation, and injury continue to reduce their numbers. Evolution to the final stage requires not only physical development, but the accumulation of enough successful encounters to trigger the transformation. Many Kommo-O reach physical maturity, but never evolve. They simply age, weaken, and are eventually removed from the population. For those few that do survive long enough, a third and final transformation awaits. What emerges has transcended every stage of elimination. Kommo-O Varanus, the scaled warrior. A Kommo-O stands over 5 feet tall and weighs nearly 200 pounds. Its entire body is encased in over...
There's like a little pinwheel in the back of there's freaking little chain thing there. And that's not what it does in the freaking main series game, man. The people that make this freaking YouTube thing, I was telling you, like, the owner of this YouTuber channel, like, you really got to get either real people to do this freaking artwork, or it's just one person doing it and making all the AI, artificial intelligence artwork for this. You got to study a lot more better stuff for Pokemon. You didn't even say what typing it was. It's dragon fighting type, unless you don't give a shit about that. Or you didn't say what its height was and its weight was, or like what it likes to eat, and what the whole Pokedex description was about. You only give little bits and pieces of the Pokedex description. You gotta do better than that. Do fucking better. Just saying.
Scaled plates. Head, neck, arms, torso, tail.
You didn't even get to show the shiny version of that is either. I'm just saying.
These scales are not decorative. They are dense, layered armor forged through years of deliberate trauma. The sound they produce when struck is deep and resonant, carrying across the valleys like a warning. This is the final form, but finality does not mean safety. Kommo-O occupy the highest accessible territories in the karst region, the same upper slopes once dominated by Pangoro. To claim this ground, they must displace the previous occupants through direct confrontation. Only after securing these exposed plateaus and ridgelines can a Kommo-O establish a territorial range. They are now the apex force within the karst, solitary, territorial, and unmatched. Their territorial ranges reflect this dominance, vast expanses sometimes spanning several square kilometers. Encounters between Kommo-O are rare, but when they occur, they are catastrophic. These are not sparring matches. They are sustained battles that can last days, ending only when one individual is too injured to continue, or retreats permanently. The loser does not return. Most veteran Kommo-O do not die in combat. They die from displacement, chronic hunger or festering injuries following territorial loss. Kommo-O represent the extreme minority. They are the survivors of a filtration process that eliminates the vast majority before they can develop. Evolution in this species is not guaranteed. It is not inevitable. It is the exception. And even for those that achieve it, survival remains uncertain. The process does not end. It only continues in a different form.
Wow. I do super lightning round overall thoughts, use opinions on that, man. All the things I'm going to say about it is this. Even though they did get the narrator person right, or there was a real person or it was a fake AI generated thing, even though like they did mispronounce the name a lot more for, what's it called, for Kommo-O and what's it called, Jamo. For Kommo-O or Hawkmo, it did a little bit better, even though they say Hawkmo, Kumo. That's not how you say it, it's Hawkmo. They were almost right on that one. But there's a fake AI generator, they had to be, because they say it kind of like in a soulless way, so that's good. It's probably a fake AI generator, like voice app thing that they use all the time for that, like Sora AI thing. But it's still decent. Could be better. Maybe in 2035 or 2040, you'll probably get a billion times more so realistic going to tell what's real or fake anymore. I don't know. And then the second thing I was thinking to say is this: even though they're still using the same orchestrated music they did in the older videos, it still goes with it. The whole scenery and the background and nature. It should have said it was from the Alola region too, from Gen 7, Pokemon Sun and Moon. I guess, unless it's supposed to be like a real life reality, physical reality depiction of what Pokemon are going to be in the real life, real world, instead of like being in the fantasy world and the anime manga world of Pokemon. Maybe that's what they're trying to go for. I don't know. Alright, so I'll see you in the next one, the Lucario one next. Alright, so the next one, this is the Mega Lucario one. Why did 99% of other, 99% do not survive this form, real life Pokemon Nat? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to believe everything I see in the comment section. I shouldn't, but I saw like 2 or 3 of the comments say, this is AI generated, it's not a real channel, it's fake. It's fake UI AI generated freaking content. It's AI slop. So I don't know if those are AI bots talking. That could be a real life human being or it could be a real life person. I don't know if it's real or fake, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a real thing too. I don't know. So which one? Let's jump into it. This should be crazy.
Dangerous warrior in the wild doesn't evolve through strength, but through emotional stability. To understand that, we start here. Small. Overwhelmed.
Yeah, so it is the same not regurgitate, I won't say because I won't sound like an asshole for it, but it is the same like orchestral music they keep using in the background sometimes. I still like it though. It goes really, really good with the freaking movie that they're trying to make Pokemon physical reality creatures, so that's still badass. Riolu.
Feeling
Don't call
everything.
it Riolu. Please call it Riolu.
Somewhere in the snowy mountains, where morning fog clings to the ridgeline, a small figure moves carefully across the frozen ground. This is Riolu, the emanation Pokemon.
Thank God. They said it the right way. I was nervous they were going to call it Riolu or Wainalawu or whatever. They shut it the English name too. And that's probably like 7 or 8, 10 other ways you can say it in other languages. Especially when it comes to like Germany and Italy and fucking Russia. They say it way, way more different than what the United States American language calls it most of the time. Thank God they actually got the freaking name on point. Thank God.
Riolu stands roughly 2 feet 4 inches tall and weighs just under 44 pounds.
And they said the emanation Pokemon, just like in a Pokédex description. That's good.
A lean, compact body built for speed rather than power. Short, dense fur, steel blue across the torso, black along the limbs and face. The forepaws are disproportionately large for its frame, and that is not an accident. Because those paws are not just for fighting, they are, in the most literal biological sense, the primary sensory organ of this species.
Because of the
embedded beneath the skin of the forepaws, the sternum and the cranial ridge are clusters of specialized receptors sensitive to bioelectric fields, the faint electromagnetic signatures that every living Pokemon produces. Heartbeats, neural firing, the chemical burn of metabolism. Most Pokemon never detect any of this.
I love how freaking cute and adorable is how they made Riola's chef's kiss. And remember, I could go a long ass story time with him. Hopefully, I remember it later. But I remember getting an egg from Riley from Diamond and Pearl. I was like, oh, I gotta get this as a shiny. But I didn't get until way later on when they started playing like X and Y and Sun and Moon later on, because it was still way too damn long. 8,100, 8,900. That was still under odds back then. I wasn't gonna do that shit.
Riolu detects all of it, all the time, from every Pokemon within
the
range.
golden version of
The problem is that Riolu's brain, at this stage, hasn't finished building the circuitry needed to filter what it receives.
Okay.
So, sensation and emotion arrive as the same event. A predator's sudden focus.
You're gonna fight my baby fucking girl. I love the hell out of this thing. Top 10, top 15 best Pokemon from Gen 4 and Old Diamond Pearl Platinum era. Frostlass. I love the Mega Frostlass I did in Legends of EA last year. But since I didn't get the game, I'll never be able to play that one. Maybe in Gen 10 I'll have Mega Frostlass there. I will definitely have that as one of my named Pokemon. Bet your ass that is fucking happening. I used to love this girl's designs. Beautiful as heck. I ain't just Rule 34 shit, not safe for work for it either. Just the normal version's badass. I'm not usually like into ghost types that much either, so for Miss Magius or Miss Magius and the ones from Gen 3, Bayonet and Shuppet and all those. And then Giratina, obviously.
Comes Riolu's own spike of adrenaline. A nearby Pokemon's panic becomes Riolu's panic. The grief of another Pokemon settles into its chest like it was always there. Riolu doesn't just read the emotional weather of its environment, it becomes it. In the busy forest, the pattern reveals itself immediately. Short intervals of movement, frequent pauses, forepaws occasionally raised, and held still like antennae reorienting toward a signal. Its appetite is inconsistent, disrupted by chronic cortisol fluctuations that suppress digestion in cycles. Its sleep is lighter than it should be for a Pokemon its size, the sensory network never fully powering down, even in rest. The body is running a bill it didn't choose to run, paying the metabolic cost of extreme sensitivity without the regulatory infrastructure to manage it. And yet, underneath the overwhelm, something else is building, quietly. Because this species does not evolve through strength. It evolves through the slow, painstaking process of learning to control what it feels, separating the world's signal from its own, until the noise becomes something it can finally direct. And when that process is complete, what emerges is composed, precise, and absolutely lethal. Lucario Luminaris, the Aura Guardian. Lucario stands roughly 4 feet tall and weighs around 120 pounds.
Alright, they finally got the Pokédex description. That's what the hell I'm talking about, man. They got the weight and the freaking height right. I probably looked at it on Google and freaking Cerebi right now. But you have to think, Bulbapedia.net, that's usually what I use most of the time. And obviously there's a shitload of furries and anther fools. I love the hell of Lucario. I know I love the fuck out of it big time because I do like certain NSFW work with Lucario. Not the gay ones, the LGBTQIA ones, but mainly straight ones that are female. That's the only ones I should like most of the time. And I know I got a shitload of pictures. I will not be able to show that on YouTube because I will get my channel terminated really fast. But there's a lot of really nice ones of the female version without the stupid little Fuda crap and all that. It's just purely the female one. That's the one I like. Whether it's the Safe for Work one or the NSFW, I don't care. It's always been badass as hell, man. Especially in the Smash Bros. Games, like mainstream wise, in the Smash Bros. Freaking games. That was probably my 10th and my 15th. Top 10 or top 15 I usually use most of the time next to old school Bowser and Donkey Kong and sometimes Sonic, and not always. And then the main two I always use was sometimes either Samus or like Kirby, or sometimes Meta Knight too. So sometimes it's my 7th or my 10th one that he's using Smash Bros. Ball and the one for the Wii U at the time. So many freaking fools. I love the hell out of this thing. Big time. Especially in other medias out there. There's this bunch of billions of parodies off this thing. Actually, the one they got last year with the Mega Lucario was that ZY and Mega form. My lord, the internet blew up with that bitch big time.
Significantly larger than Riolu, But the most important changes aren't in the height or the weight.
I totally forgotten Cynthia's freaking Pokemon too. Obviously, that's a very big thing. The champion Cynthia Chuck.
Density. The bone structure has undergone a dramatic mineralization process. Metallic compounds absorbed through diet and metabolic adaptation have integrated directly into the skeletal tissue, increasing both rigidity and mass in ways that fundamentally change how force is absorbed and distributed through the body. This is not cosmetic. This is structural. The mineralization doesn't stop beneath the skin. 3 calcium metallic deposits have pushed through the surface entirely. 2 from the back of its wrists, 1 anchored at the center of its chest, each serving a precise biological function. The wrist spikes concentrate and direct the bioelectric pulses Lucario projects outward, while the chest spike, positioned directly over the sternum, enhances the reception and transmission of aura signals from the environment ahead. The physical architecture of a sensory system finally operating at full potential. The aura receptors, now operating at full biological maturity, emit focused bioelectric pulses outward, reading every return signal with surgical precision. Every living presence within half a mile is mapped in real time. Movement, intent, emotional state, physiological condition. Lucario doesn't wait to see a threat.
They made Mammoth
It feels the neurological decision to move.
Oh man, they made him look more like a freaking grizzly bear thing than the one that they showed in the anime Mammoth. He's a lot more chubbier and fatter, like Snorlax. So they didn't even make him round. They made him more like a square diamond thing, look, or whatever. So I don't like how they did his face there.
Before the muscles have even received the signal.
Alright, hold up. See you in a quick second. Alright, we're back again. Let's keep going.
Have even received the signal. It can navigate in complete darkness, in dense fog, in conditions that would render every other sensory system useless, because it doesn't rely on what it can see. It relies on what everything around it is constantly, involuntarily broadcasting. This is also why Lucario is observed meditating before conflict. Not ritual, not habit, calibration. A deliberate process of quieting its own bioelectric output so that the incoming signal from its environment arrives clean and uncontaminated. The stillness before a fight is not hesitation. It is a species tuning its most sophisticated instrument to its highest possible precision. This is the apex form. Not the largest, not the loudest, the most integrated. And for most, this would be the end of the story. The mature form, fully realized, operating exactly as evolution intended. But for the rare few that choose to live alongside a human trainer, building a bond deep enough, long enough to register in the body itself, the story goes one step further. Mega Lucario.
Mega Lucario.
The transcendent aura. Mega evolution.
Even if he doesn't talk about the Mega Lucario ZYX, yeah, I'm glad he at least mentioned those Mega Lucario. I'm glad about that
Lucario
one. That's when I actually gave more of a shit about his design. He looks so much more fucking more epic than it did before. And he's a lot more extra powerful compared to the regular one. I know some people at the time, 2013, 14, didn't like it. I was one of the minority thought it was still sick as hell.
A new form. It is the existing form. Pushed past every biological ceiling it was built to respect. The physical changes are immediate and dramatic. As the skeletal structure shifts and extends under forces it was never designed to sustain indefinitely, new spikes emerging along the arms and feet, aura receptors flaring into amplification far beyond their normal operating range, and the bioelectric output, that precise, calibrated signal Lucario spent years learning to control, surging to levels the nervous system was never engineered to maintain for long. This is what peak performance looks like at the biological edge. Every system in the body is running above its designed threshold. Cardiovascular demand pushed to limits that cannot be sustained for long. Muscle tissue recruited beyond its normal capacity. burning through energy reserves at a rate the body has no way to replenish in real time. Mega Lucario does not lose control, but it operates at the absolute limit of control. Because Mega Evolution cannot last, the metabolic debt accumulates faster than it can be serviced. The skeletal stress from the structural reconfiguration is real and finite. The nervous system, sustaining output at this level, is drawing on reserves that require significant recovery time to replenish. When the resonance fades, the body begins its return. A deliberate biological deceleration back to the form that was built to last. What remains after Mega Evolution is Lucario. Tired, quiet, intact. And in the quiet that follows, the truth of this entire evolutionary line becomes impossible to ignore. That the most powerful thing this species ever built was not the ability to destroy. It was the discipline to decide when not to.
Alright, hold up. Alright, so I still am going to get to the other one, Lucario and Metagross for this one, but I never got to react to this. This one's from, once again, NATGEO Wild, real life Pokemon, Metagross. The Mega Metagross. Mega Metagross, perfect apex predator, that's what it says there. I put it at 1.20 speed, so I'll get to Lucario, like, thoughts, opinions, now, once I'm done with this Metagross one. Then we'll get to the whole, the news, current event stuff. Alright, let's go.
High in the mountains, where thin air meets endless sky, an abandoned observatory clings to the cliffs. Once built for the cosmos, it now stands silent. And here, silence is never empty. Hidden within the rock is a powerful presence.
Well, it's an abandoned one. Oh, there
it goes. At first glance, it appears mechanical, cold, artificial.
I don't know why they gave it little.
But beneath its metallic...
It's weird they didn't give those little claws. It does have 3 little claws on the bottom. I had like 5 or 7 of them, so that one still doesn't make sense. It's probably AI artwork, so can't be 100% perfect yet, I guess.
Here lies a living system. Cells made entirely of magnetism. A force that replaces blood and muscle and allows Beldum to move without limbs, to communicate without sound, and to sense its world with precision. When others of its kind are nearby, they drift together in perfect synchronization, linked by signals no eye can see. Yet survival in this harsh terrain demands more than balance. Alone, Beldum's magnetic field is stable, but incomplete. When 2 Beldum cross paths, their forces begin to resonate. Fields align, movement synchronizes, resistance fades. This is not conflict, it is convergence. 2 bodies lock together, forming a single, stronger structure. Through magnetic union, Beldum evolves. Metang emerges, denser, more powerful, built to endure the unforgiving weight of the mountains. A magnetic nervous system now binds 2 minds into one, amplifying the psychic force that flows through its body. This power does not make Metang smarter.
It's Metang. He looks like way nicer in this version than they did in the other one. They showed him with the claws and stuff up close. It's kind of funky looking up close.
It's stronger. Its magnetic field allows it to hover above the rock, rotating its arms to propel itself through the thin mountain air at high speed, scanning the terrain below. When prey is detected, there is no chase. A surge of psychic energy freezes movement in an instant.
They even did freaking nose passes 3D design look a lot better than freaking
Then the claws close.
Metang
drives its weight downward, pinning its prey against the rock. Forged to tear through steel, Metang's grip never loosens. In these harsh mountains, it hunts with precision, drawn to magnetic minerals and to Pokemon like Nosepass that carry them. As time passes, even Metang's form begins to reach its limit. Its magnetic field intensifies. Psychic energy builds, searching for greater stability. When 2 Metang converge, their forces align, structures lock, and four minds merge into one.
Metagross or
Metagross emerges.
Oh, you said Metagross.
Massive,
Okay.
dense,
That's kind of wrong, my
and
opinion, but I
unmistakably
said Metagross
dominant.
better.
A single armored form serves as both head and body, carried by four powerful legs built to bear immense
Iron
weight.
Bolt.
Within Metagross, four brains operate as one, bound by a complex neural network. Together, they form an intelligence beyond any machine, calculating outcomes faster than a supercomputer. In the hunt, Metagross does not rely on instinct alone.
They did it in the show Probopass. Oh my god, that's cool. They actually got all the Pokedex description right. That part of the whole supercomputer. He knows from way back when it was introduced in the third generation.
It
Ruby
analyzes,
Sapphire,
predicts, and decides. Probopass moves slowly across the iron-rich rock, unaware it has already been measured.
Oh!
When Metagross strikes, escape is impossible. Its heavy body pins the prey to the ground, four claws locking it in place as its jaws close in. But in the most extreme conditions, even Metagross must adapt further. As magnetic storms intensify across frozen mountains, the natural field surrounding it surges beyond normal limits. Metagross does not panic. It recalculates.
It doesn't have a human
Four
trainer
minds
view.
synchronize at maximum output. And when four minds agree on one conclusion, evolution becomes inevitable. Its magnetic
the
nervous
Mega
system
version,
is forced into
He has a big
overdrive.
freaking super huge chin.
Structure hardens.
Remember that.
Mass condenses. Power concentrates.
Oh,
For
wow.
a brief moment,
That's crazy there.
Metagross enters a form beyond its natural design.
What? The Mega version
Mega
Metagross?
Metagross. This is not evolution driven by choice, but a temporary response to overwhelming environmental pressure. The strain is immense.
Oh, okay.
Psychic energy burns
Well, it's a lot more
rapidly.
badass here.
Stability declines. And when the magnetic
fucking
storm
cool.
fades,
I like that.
the
They did
system
way better on this
disengages.
book than I did with the other ones.
In frozen
I don't know
mountains
how
where
you can do
magnetism
the other
grows
one.
stronger,
I mean, 'cause it's like a
Metagross
steel type,
becomes
which I
more
love
than a
that.
predator.
Maybe that's why it was easier.
It becomes
I
a
don't know.
force of calculation and absolute control, perfectly adapted to a world that never
The mouth
forgives
kind of looks funny a
weakness.
little bit though. Wild. Absolutely fucking wild, man. I'm speechless. Alright, hold on one second. Alright, super extra fast overall thoughts, views, opinions, vibes, feelings, hot takes, random takes, spicy takes, and hinge thoughts. Like I always just say, once I called random takes, hopefully not no problematic takes. And of course, as always, bullet points, top of the head, top of the dome stuff here. And of course, as always, speculations, topic at hand, top of my brain, cranium in the freaking dome right here. My brain thoughts going off. Raw opinions, raw thoughts. Yeah. The Lucario one was great. There was like one or two little bits of animation. It was kind of funky, but it was still okay because they kept making him have big giant claw things. It doesn't really have big giant claws in the anime or in the freaking movies or even in the other stuff games that he's outside of the main series Pokemon games, like Pokemon Tournament and that spin-off one that they did a while ago in Pokemon Tournament like Deluxe back in 2017-18, a while back, I know. And then again, the Smash Bros. Series games, he didn't really have those giant claw things. He mainly just had paws and he had claws most of the time. Closest thing he had to like a claw, I guess, like when he used Shadow Claw, I guess, or Dragon Claw, or Shadow Ball, whatever it was, or Slash, or Boomerang, the Aura Sphere version of Boomerang. The one in Marowak was the only one I was allowed to use that one back then. Other than that, and then the animation was still cool as fuck for it, don't get me wrong. The one thing they still got to do better is on their humans, because it kind of just looks like a skinny, thin, like no offense to people that are small or thin, because I'm polar opposite. I'm very heavy set, a chubby ass fucking guy. And they made it look like small, typical Asian Japanese people are really skinny as hell. No offense, I'm not trying to body shame or any of that stuff. I'm just saying. But then again, they eat way better than fucking Americans do, unfortunately. But other than that, it still looked like it could have done a little bit better. I wish it would have showed the shiny version of Lucario. That would have been a lot more badass. And then he ever does grunts and moans like, yeah, yeah, like that, or whatever. He never really says his name like Lucario or something like that. I wish they would have shown Mega Lucario X or Y or whatever. That would have been a lot more fun to see that. Or the freaking, what's it called? The woman that had the big bright red eyes, like the ambient version, like the one they did for Legends Sinnoh or whatever it was called. Yeah, I don't know if it was called Legends Sinnoh or Pokemon Legends like Hisui or whatever. I don't know. I didn't know it called like the Alpha Pokemon or whatever. That would have been cool if they showed Alpha ones for that. And they would have just gave it like, they should have showed like an AI version of like Cynthia. That would have been a lot more cooler. I'm just saying, would have been awesomer. A lot more extra badass. I'm just saying. And then the tail, it could have been more better because it's supposed to be a tail. It was a little like steel part going up. I didn't say it was steel fighting. I wish I would have brought that up at least too. Or like they should have like showed a humanoid version of Karina or whatever, the one from Pokemon X and Y, and then like the anime series for it too. And other than that, what else? For Metagross now. That one actually did a lot better. That's funny. They should have made a human for it because the only way it could evolve for Mega Evolution is if that person has a Mega Stone, then it could go to Mega Metagross. So I still remember where I was at back in 2014. They showed that when I was still at my the second older hotel casino job. I was working a while back before convict COVID, you know what, 119 shit happened and all that. And the platinum scanning happened. I had to leave that place because I was forcing everyone to get that whole, you know what, I can't say on YouTube still, even though it's been 7 years since that shit fucking happened. Actually, no, 6.5 years, almost 7 years by next year. This is the worst PSYOP experiment in the fucking world. I was not gonna be a part of that shit. I was like, nope, fuck out of here. We're fucking quitting after 2 weeks. I already had another extra job for me anyways. Another casino job that was gonna force me to like stand for my religious rights and all that shit. It's like, no, fuck it. I don't care. It is what it is. And this one I got lucky though. Back in 2021, when the whole world was all still shut down, I still got that second hotel casino job I needed. Other than that, yeah, it's funny because I remember in the older one I was still over there. I saw Mega Metagross. I was like, holy freaking shit, this is so fucking cool. And I remember one of the dudes in the back was like, what the hell are you fucking talking about, man? It's like, oh no, I was just excited for this one game, whatever. It's like, oh man, you need to be fucking quiet, dude, whatever. It's like, whatever, fuck off. I don't even care. So I'm about it. I'm no fucking black dude. No offense to African Americans, some of you guys fucking pieces of shit sometimes. Freaking goddamn freaking bully motherfuckers. Not all of you, but some of you. You didn't know when to shut the hell up and let a grown man fucking enjoy his fucking game. And I was like 25 at the time, but I didn't give a fuck. Whatever. I'm the fool's fucking not here anymore. But other than that, yeah, the Mega Metagross thing looked cool as hell. And I saw a shiny form, I was just highly addicted. It should have made reference to like, not Wallens, but the other one, Steven Stone or something like that. That would have been cool if they did that for reference. So, let's go on to the main news, right? Let's see in a second. Okay, so the first one here is about that thing they showed at the Game Awards almost 3 months exact. By the time you guys see this, exactly 3 months ago. The one that has Jeff Keighley in and all that. The one that stars even Lenny Kravitz said it was going to be in a 007 First Light. So the first one just came out earlier today. Or by the time you guys see it, I was actually 3 days ago, but 9. You guys see it's probably 7-8 days ago. So we get a credit's due. I guess the person that made this one, IGN, even though I don't care about them, it's the only one I can find it. So it says, get another look at Bamwa, aka played by Lenny Kravitz, in this new trailer. 007 First Light, upcoming espionage action adventure game from the IO Interactive. It's a studio that created it. First Light will be available on the Xbox Series X, XS, Xbox on PC, Xbox Cloud, Epic Games Store, Steam, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch 2 on May 27, 2022. Also, I guess I'll be able to play it then. Earn a number, and the first 007 follows James Bond as a young, resourceful, and sometimes reckless version recruit in the MI6 trainee program discovers an origin story of the world's most famous spy. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Hopefully it's awesome. As long as there's no political mess or sad, like, based on true story stuff, then it will be okay. Sappy shit. And, hold on one sec. I'll make my stuff smaller. Hold on. Alright, so this one's from Gaming Trend. Another extra thing. Resident Evil Requiem. I thought this came out January? It came out last month, February now. It says Resident Evil Requiem is out now. It's from Henry Viola. I'm just gonna read these first two. You guys can read the rest on your own. I don't care. If I remember to put the link on there. If not, you guys can find your own from GameTread.com. I get a credit is due for the person that made this. Henry Viola. Resident Evil Requiem, aka Resident Evil 9. Launches, well, from last week, not today anymore, on the PS5, Nintendo Switch, X2, and Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, and of course, Steam Store and GeForce Now. The heck is GeForce Now? I never heard of that. Or GeForce Now. And the game is set to 30 years after Raccoon City's incident and follows the two protagonist newcomers, Grace Ashcroft, an FBI intelligence analysis, returning favorite Leon S. Kennedy as they investigate mysterious unalivings to the deaths of Raccoon City's darkest past. Oh yeah, this thing goes way, way longer here. I guess other people making their opinions. Yeah. Oh man, I know there's so many freaking times I think probably on TikTok and Instagram. Oh my god, there's this one VTuber chick I know. She is super, super highly attracted to this dude Leon Kennedy, man. Like, I didn't realize, like, I didn't go look at it for myself, but dude, I looked at so much, like, I'm gonna say not safe for work corn, but a little bit of you know, a lot of crazy safe for work stuff for them. I know a lot of girls are frustrated. They probably love the hell out of Leon Kennedy. Hold up. And going into the next one, this one's kind of sad here, man, but I unfortunately saw what the dude's face looks like a little bit more messed up and kind of screwed up. It's like somebody punched him in the face 1,000 times. It's real bad. And I grew up with this dude as a 90s, 2000s kid teenager, man. Way back in the day, all of his movies were just funny as freaking shit. Absolute goated, badass MF on the planet when it came to his comedy. Especially when he did like the Dr. Eggman and Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Jim Carrey. It says Snubs Press with a cheeky message to Caesar Awards 126 comes from Sabangu Oil. So the red carpet award, I'm not going to read the whole thing, I'm just going to show you his face at the end. I'm going to read the whole entire thing. Was abuzz with anticipating his stars in their glamorous entrances. However, a Hollywood heavyweight decided to make his presence knowingly in a rather uncomfortable way. Actor Jim Carrey chose to address his press with a cheeky message, leaving attendees and onlookers stitched. Alright, skips the press line at Caesar Award 126. Jim Carrey hears the press at the Caesar Award 126, opting a cheeky alternative to the traditional red carpet chatter. The Oscar award-winning actor masterfully handed a spotlight and press showcases to his trademark flair. Star of the Truman Show recently made his surprise at Paris 51st Caesar Awards. He was honored as the protagonist honorary Caesar Award. Oh, here it is. This is what he said. Reports bombarded with questions. When he asked for an interview, he quipped, "I'll be back." A Wick reference as iconic Terminator line, playfully dodging press's request. Alright, so this is what he looked like earlier, man. That's really, really bad, man. I don't know how that happened to his face. Dude, he messed up his face really fucking bad. Jim Carrey's appearance triggered online theories about Botox and plastic surgery. That's what it's saying in this one. I don't know which freaking news it was from here. It says Facebook on there. I really hope it didn't script his face, because the last time I saw celebrity news was like in 2023 or 2024. Even though I don't keep up with all celebrities, because unfortunately I know a lot of them probably sold out their soul for money and fame and fortune and power and a lot of Illuminati Freemasonry crap. I can't freaking goddamn stand. Real pure. Even a lot of them probably are going to end up burning out for the rest of their eternal life after their life for them is over. In my personal opinion, that's sadly what's going to happen. It sucks. Even my freaking goddamn best goat of all time, he unfortunately, he don't get straight with Jesus and all that. He's not going to be able to make it up there either, unfortunately. It sucks. It hurts to say it, man. It soul crushed the hell out of me in 2009 when I found a lot of this stuff's controlled by Hollywood, was controlled by a lot of demons and shapeshifters, and the small hat peoples, and the reptilian things. I know some people think that's a joke. In my opinion, that's probably a real ass fucking thing that happens. I don't give a fuck. People laugh at me about them. Fuck off if you think that's a joke. I think that's to a certain extent, there's got to be some realism in that shit. In my fucking personal opinion. But when it comes to like the Hollywood stuff, that shit broke the hell out of me, man. That shit fools that were like control ones like Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks and all that. Like, that soul crushed the fuck out of me for a good like 4 years until like 2013 or 14. I got over it after a while. But man, it's a shame, bro. I really hope this dude Jim Carrey didn't mess with it. I think it was Gwen Stefani. It was like the last one I saw that messed up their face real bad like that. Alright, oh yeah, this is it. This is another one from Hello. Jim Carrey's unrecognizable face appearance during rare public outing his fans doing a double take. I don't know if there's another picture of mine here too. I guess this was it here. I didn't even notice it. Yeah, it does look a little bit more puffier on there. I also it's like an hourglass thing they have, so Santa time thing. This one's pretty rare. I haven't talked about this dude since what, 2022 or 2023. I never cared about the whole WrestleMania stuff from WWE, WCW, WXF, whatever other WrestleMania thing was. I said it a couple hundred times in my older videos from 2015, 2018, but I liked a little bit more boxing stuff, you know, and sometimes that's rigged too, but at least it looks a lot more realistic when people are beating the hell out of each other. Compared to wrestling, I don't know, it just feels like it's a fake ass circus, bro. I never got big into it, even though I was in the 90s, because I tried to get into it, it wasn't for me, man. I don't know, if I would have liked fake Broadway stuff a lot more, fake LARPing and all that stuff, like the real hardcore geeky nerdy shit, that was way extra geekier than me, than just collecting TCG trading cards or reading shit from Star Wars or Lord of the Rings and all that, because I never read the Harry Potter stuff, but I really read a little bit of Lord of the Rings stuff, books from G.G. Tolkien way back then. A lot more funner. So yeah, Mr. Vince McMahon, this dude, health issues, former WWE CEO, the original one, not anymore because he's gone now, but he does something else. I don't know what he does. Suffers from serious car crash. He was involved in a 3-car crash in Connecticut on July 24th. I didn't know it was on July 24th. I'll read a little bit of it here. Bad news for the WWE Universe arrived recently. Vince McMahon, almost 80 years old, 79, former CEO of WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, involved in a serious car crash in Connecticut July 24th. Due to his old age and the severity of the accident, many WWE fans people are close to him are worried about his health status, physical consequences he will face as soon as he recovers. There's a couple other videos on there too. I guess there's one here. If it gives me a whole bunch of stuff, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh yeah, I thought it was the other one. It says police video shows WWE former CEO Vince McMahon's 100 miles per hour car crash in Connecticut. I'm just gonna read a little bit of that. New release police video shows former executive of WWE Vince McMahon rammed his luxury sports car into the rear end of another vehicle on the Connecticut highway last summer as it was being followed by a state trooper. Mr. McMahon, now 80, was driving his 2024 Bentley Continental GT. Wow, that's very super luxury car. I'll never be able to get that. No, totally okay with that. More than 100 miles per hour, aka 160 kilometers per something else for all the people that live in Europe and Asia. On Merritt Parkway when he crashes into the town of Westport. According to state police, a trooper dash cam video shows Mr. McMahon accelerating away, then braking too late to avoid crashing into the back of BMW. Bentley then swerves into a guardrail, and careens back across the highway, creating a cloud in his car. Wow. Dang, he fucked up bad there, man. I guess that was him there, unless that was the other dude in the Bentley. Dang. Well, I get in trouble for that, but that shit's insane, dude. And he got a lot of scandals and all that shit over the years. That's a damn shame if he would have passed away right then and there. So, whether he serves a God or not, because I know he's friends with the President of the United States nowadays, Mr. Trump or whatever. So, Mr. Donald Trump must have been super nervous as hell when he heard about that. It's real crazy shit. Fortunately, this is extra sad news. This one hurt a little bit more close to home. It's almost 55 minutes this video. I'm not going to do the outro after this. Ah, man. Revenge of the Nerd Star, and the other one, Lizzie McGuire, the dad for Lizzie McGuire, Robert Carradine. Unfortunately, he passed away dead at 71. Ah, this shit hurt real bad. I'm not sure who made this one. Got a credit due from abcnews.net. So, real quick. Man. Robert Carradine, Revenge of the North Star, sadly passed away, died at age 71. Mr. Carradine, the younger member of his prolific Hollywood acting dynasty, lived in bipolar disorder. That sucks. A statement says his brother said, entertainment publication Deadline said, "Wow, I didn't know he unalived himself. That's real sad. Want people to know this, there's no shame in it. Keith Carradine said, as an illness, I got the best of him, and I want to celebrate him for his struggle with celebrate his beautiful soul. He was profoundly gifted, and well, we will miss him every day." And knowing for both of his film and TV shows, Robert Carradine career spanning for more than 40 years, born in LA, Los Angeles. His first appearance on TV was Bonanza in 1971, made him a big screen debut on John Wayne's Western World of Cowboys the following year. Yeah, dude, I remember this guy. This guy was so funny as Liz McGuire's dad, man. So I don't remember him in Revenge of the Nerds because that was before my time, 1983 or 84. But I remember him. He was always the funny, little, cool, nerdy dad that was like Hillary Duff's dad in the show. And the young little brother, Matt. Oh, my God. It was super funny, dude. So, fortunately, rest in peace. I hope he's in a better place. Even though I came from a Christian evangelical background, lived in my family where when you unalive yourself, you take your own life. That's it. You go straight down, ticket down there to heck. Unfortunately, that's what I've always taught Sunday school. But never know until you do it. God forbid when you guys do. Gooder news, if you guys know, it's a Backrooms movie. It's official now. So one says a strange doorway appears after the basement furniture in a showroom after a therapist patient goes missing into the dimension beyond reality. Has to share and has a campus. Can't even fucking say that word because it's blocked. Has to enter the unknown to save them. I think that one black dude that was in Doctor Strange, he's going to be in it. That's the only one I know is going to be in this movie. Backrooms movie, a live action from May 24. Anyways, that's all I guess for the out here. Late to goodbye. Do the answer short, stay in the grind, stay easy, stay LWZ yourself. Peace out, my shout out. Let's get my simple size, extra day, stay cautious. Stay more for your conscious channel, give it measures, and monitors, dramas, etc. Or hyperreaction segments, or simple reaction segments, so many cartoons, any movies, video game trailer stuff, video game industry news, and of course, as always, reaction segments to either live action news from Hollywood stuff or 4D animation stuff. Right, take it easy, stay extra safe. More videos become whenever they materialize, and I'll see you guys next time.